Welcome to Tour Chron. If you are a traveler and love nature, then you are at the right place. Please subscribe to us and press the bell icon. There's something wonderfully calming about an island vacation. It's a complete escape from the stresses and strains of everyday life. Whether you're heading to a nearby island or a far-flung corner of the world, the sweeping sandy beaches and azure seas will surely relax your mind and body. In this video, we will discuss some of the most beautiful island destinations in the world. But wait, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite memory from an island vacation? Share your island moments with us. If you haven't been to any island yet, comment below on which island you would like to visit first. These are our picks for the top 20 beautiful islands to visit in the world. Zanzibar. This archipelago in Tanzania has more than 50 islands, but the most famous of them are the two biggest islands, Unguja and Pemba. Whether you're looking for clean beaches, crystal clear waters, or dense forests filled with wildlife, this is the place for you. Unguja, also called Zanzibar Island because it is the most populated island, has a very rich cultural heritage. Go to Stone Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with architecture and street food influenced by Persian, Arabic, Indian, and European influences. The Old Fort, House of Wonders, Darajani Market, and Forodhani Garden are must-see sites. The old slave market is a horrifying reminder of the island's past, but an important source of history. For Freddie Mercury fans, you can visit his old house that is turned into a museum. The Jozani Forest is also worth a visit and houses the red rare colobus monkey, which is only found in the Zanzibar Islands. There are guided tours around the forest for tourists to enjoy. Unguja also has several cool white sand beaches, the best being Nungwi, Jambiani, Kendwa, and Wiju. The other popular islands in Zanzibar are Pemba, nicknamed the Green Island because of its fervent hills, Mafia with its waters full of whale sharks, and humpback whales, and Chumbi with its tall lighthouse. Smaller and less populated than Unguja, you should visit these islands if you're craving peace. These islands offer great snorkeling and diving experiences to see the coral reefs that surround the beaches. Maldives. Maldives has a variety of islands, all with their various resorts and private beaches. If you know what you're looking for, then it's easy to pick the island that is best suited for you. After all, with over 1,000 islands to choose from, you can visit multiple islands during your visit by yachts and speedboats. But you first need to have an idea of what you're looking for. If you're looking for biodiversity and a glimpse at beautiful underwater life, then Milledhu Maldives in the Ba Atoll is the best spot to go. Secluded and luxurious, the hotel allows only adults, and each villa has its infinity pool and deck. On the other hand, if you're looking for adventure and sport, you can't do better than the isolated Filadhu. From flyboarding and kite surfing to volleyball and tennis, there's plenty to keep you occupied at the Rithi Faru Resort. For families with little kids, Lakan Finohu Island is a good spot, with a kids club at Aramu Spa for restless kids to enjoy themselves. Vakaru is excellent for wildlife watching, and kids are welcome. You can even take a boat to Hanifaru Bay to see the manta rays and whale sharks. If you're looking for a perfect, serene, intimate honeymoon spot, opt for Komandu Island. With quiet beaches and turquoise waters, this is the ultimate romantic destination. Koh Samui. Thailand isn't just Bangkok. With 1,430 islands making up the country, Samui happens to be the second largest island After Phuket, you can circumnavigate the whole island in a couple of hours, either in a car or on a motorcycle. But there's no lack of things to do in Koh Samui. Or if sitting on the beach and relaxing is your idea of a fun island holiday, there are plenty of beaches to choose from. You can enjoy the liveliness of Chiang Mai Beach, lined with souvenir shops, restaurants, bars, and humming nightlife. During the day, water sports like kayaking, snorkeling, and paddleboarding are options. Alternatively, you can opt for less crowded Lamai Beach, where sunbathing on the white sands and trying local delicacies from street vendors is the ideal pastime. Beaufort Beach is one of the oldest places in Koh Samui and has a fascinating fisherman's village that tourists can explore, filled with boutique shops, waterfront restaurants, and a Friday night street market, taking the best of Thailand at this beach. Apart from the beaches, Koh Samui has other natural wonders on display, from the Hin Ta and Hin Yai rock formations to the Nine Wang waterfalls. The Buddhist temples, Wat Phra Yai and Wat Plai Lem are definitely worth a visit. Corsica. Traveling north to the Mediterranean island of Corsica, it's time to take in the place the French fondly call the Island of Beauty. Not only is the island itself extremely beautiful, with its turquoise waters and red cliffs that meet the sea, the stone villages on it are just as picturesque and stunning. Known throughout the world as the birthplace of Napoleon Bonaparte, Corsica has a variety of museums and chapels that are associated with the emperor. You can visit the house in which he was born, the chapel in which he was baptized, statues commemorating the places where he was said to have sat and dreamed, and the tombs of his family members. Even apart from Bonaparte, Corsica has a long history, having repeatedly passed hands from the Greeks to the Romans to the North Africans before eventually becoming a part of France. Find out about the island's exciting history during your stay. Since you're in France, you can't miss out on the variety of local delicacies that are on offer at the cafes in the town of Ajaccio. Check out family-friendly beaches like Big Guglia or the quieter Les Salines Beach for snorkeling. If you're a surfer, you can't do better than Mar Silveri Beach in Port Cros. Walk around the ancient city of Cortez and enjoy the breeze at the topmost citadel, Maui. Whether you want to just spend a few days relaxing, play all kinds of water sports, or go off on a hiking trail, you can't go wrong with a trip to Maui Island in Hawaii. Even apart from the breathtaking beaches, Maui has a number of activities on offer. The history, architecture, culture, and food will also surely blow your mind. There are, of course, plenty of beaches to enjoy in Maui. Big Beach, despite the uninspiring name, is one of the most stunning beaches on the island, with silver sands and low black lava cliffs all around. The beach stretches for over a mile. Hamoa Beach, on the other hand, is tiny but picturesque. With powerful breakers and not protected by coral reefs, you've got to be careful while swimming in these waters. Ka'anapali and Kapalua are some of the best options for snorkeling. Beaches aside, there are plenty of land activities in Maui. If you want to feel like a paniolo or a Hawaiian cowboy, you can go horseback riding over Maui's rolling hills and to all its ranches. There are plenty of hiking trails in Maui from which you can take in astonishing views over the valleys and waterfalls. The Helmau Trail, the Keonhihi Sliding Sands Trail, down from the summit of Haleakala, the highest peak in Maui, offers views of volcanic landscapes. Golfing, rappelling, and ziplining are other sports on offer on the island. Aruba. This Caribbean island is located quite near the coast of Venezuela. Forever cool and comfortable because of the Atlantic trade winds that flow around the island. Aruba is quite flat. It belongs to the Kingdom of Netherlands, but is a constituent country in its own right. Despite its small size, the entire country is just about 75 square miles, along with the neighboring islands of Bonaire and Curacao. These three are referred to as the ABC Islands. The north coast of Aruba is quite rugged and doesn't have the sandy beaches that the other end does. However, that's where you'll find some of Aruba's most famous sites, from the California Lighthouse and Alto Vista Chapel to the Natural Bridge, Natural Pool, and the fascinating Busharibana Gold Smelter ruins. On the west coast, visit Eagle Beach, which has been declared the best beach in the world several times over the years. Arikok National Park, with its limestone and lava formations, is a huge draw for tourists. The capital of Aruba, Oranjestad, is a charming and picturesque locale, filled with beaches and friendly locals. The architecture in the city is a mix of Dutch-style buildings and pastel-painted houses. The arts and music scene in Aruba is thriving, with art fairs and local carnivals that attract people from all over the world. The Archaeological Museum in Oranjestad has been built to preserve the unique culture of the local people, with artifacts dating all the way back to 2500 BCE. Casinos and shopping malls abound for the more lively tourists. Ibiza. Anyone who knows anything about the Mediterranean islands will have heard about Ibiza, but is the Spanish island really worth all the hype? The thing with Ibiza is that it has something to offer everybody, whether your vibe is laid back, bohemian chic, or rave parties. You can experience it all. Take a boat and sail around the coves of Sant Antoni de Portmany, Ibiza, and Santa Eulalia des Rio for a quiet day. Alternatively, take a boat out to the famed magnetic rock, Es Vidra, which is surrounded by myths and legends. Or you can explore the alleyways of the walled old town, Daldvila, and find bodegas that have been run by the same family for generations for a bite to eat. The hippie market and hippie culture are a big part of Ibiza's tourism scene. You can shop for unique jewelry and get henna tattoos to your heart's delight. Local delicacies served by street vendors and the live music make the market a throbbing hotspot for tourists. Alas, it only takes place on Wednesdays, but there are other smaller markets that you can check out on other days of the week. Salinas Beach, with its beach bars, is a popular spot for all tourists and is likely to be crowded, while the Ibiza Town Marina is an exciting spot to stay with a variety of hotels looking out over yachts. You can indulge in a cup of coffee in one of the cafes there while watching the hustle and bustle. Sardinia. Unlike many of the other places on this list, Sardinia is often overlooked as a tourist destination. One of the largest islands in the Mediterranean, Sardinia is the second largest island in Italy. In Sardinia, you can experience the best of what Italy has to offer. From beautiful beaches surrounded by breathtakingly blue waters, to ancient cities, delicious food, and world-class wine. Costa Smeralda, or the Emerald Coast, is a big hotspot for Europe's rich and famous. The waterfront villas and huge yachts speak to their wealth. Spend all day sunbathing in Porto Cervo and dance away the night in all-night discos. Take a boat to explore the magical Neptune's Grotto, with its stunning stalactite and stalagmite formations, or just sail around the aquamarine waters of the island for the view. You might even spot some playful dolphins if you're lucky. The archaeological sites of Sardinia predate Rome, with beehive-shaped stone fortresses that date back to the Punic Wars in the 2nd and 3rd centuries BCE. These are called Nurkai and are a striking look at the way the ancients lived. The sites of Nora and Tharos, meanwhile, date back to 1000 BCE and were inhabited by all kinds of people: Corinthians, Phoenicians, and Romans. Alternatively, you can visit Nauru in the interior of the island where people still practice a traditional way of living. You'll see everything from sheep herding to traditional costumes, folk dances, and rituals. Indeed, you could spend a month in Sardinia and still not manage to experience everything. The Bahamas. This archipelago boasts some of the clearest waters in the world. Spread out over a considerable area in the Atlantic Ocean, there are a number of islands that you can visit, depending on what you're looking for. From the luxurious villas on Paradise Island to the untouched and unexplored expanses of Andros, there's something for everybody in the Bahamas. Harbor Island is widely considered one of the prettiest of all the islands because of its unique pink sand beach. The little pastel-colored houses add character and aesthetics to the island. A snorkeling trip to the coral reef, called the Devil's Backbone, often offers a chance to view stingrays and turtles. Exuma is famous for its swimming pigs, which you can admire from a distance but shouldn't feed. Alternatively, you could head to New Providence or Paradise Island if you're looking for exciting nightlife, restaurants, casinos, and clubs. Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas, is in New Providence and is a center of culture. Climb to Fort Fincastle via the 18th century Queen's Staircase for a brilliant view and enjoy the golden sand beaches of New Providence like Caves Beach, Cable Beach, and Delaporte Beach. The dense mangrove forests and 5 national parks of Andros make for a total change and are the perfect spot for wildlife enthusiasts and adventurists. The Blue Holes National Park has several circular blue holes or underwater caves. Galápagos Islands. These 19 Pacific islands are extremely exciting because they're a melting pot of marine species. They've got so many endemic species that Charles Darwin studied them and supposedly came up with his theory of evolution as a result of these studies. For anyone who loves wildlife and nature, the Galápagos Islands are the ultimate travel destination. Whether you want to see the giant tortoises visiting the beach or go scuba diving, the Galápagos is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. June to December, the drier and cooler months, are considered the best time to visit, but January through May offers their own benefits, such as brilliant blue skies between moments of rain. Note that some of the wildlife is seasonal, such as the waved albatross. Visiting the Galápagos means deciding whether you want to stay on land in a hotel and travel between the islands on a boat, or whether you want the experience of a live aboard boat. Cruises, while expensive, are the best way of getting around and seeing the islands. You won't waste time going back and forth from your hotel to the boat. Apart from the wildlife that you must experience while in Galápagos, you can relax on the white sandy beaches of Tortuga Bay and Puerto Villamil, visit the Charles Darwin Research Station to pay your respects, and hike to the top of the Sierra Negra volcano, which is an active shield volcano that last erupted in 2018. Sicily. The island of Sicily, Italy, forms a radiant jewel amongst the world's wonderful islands, and it reaches out beyond the universe to welcome us into the realm of inviting beauty and power-filled heritage. The Sicilian coastline borders the Mediterranean Sea, and as such, it presents a view of white sandy beaches that meet the serene blue waters, which brings harmony and awe. This is a land of diversity, where rough mountains and fertile valleys give meaning to the word beauty through the most breathtaking views. Amid this greenery, one can find ancient ruins and historical landmarks telling the long story of Sicily as an important crossroads of civilizations. From the Greek temples of Agrigento to the Roman theaters of Taormina, each monument illustrates a tale of survival and cultural fusion. However, Sicily sparks all the appetites, not only for its scenic delights, but also for the gastronomic ones. Famous for its amazing cuisine, the island sings of tastes. From the fresh local seafood pulled out of the Mediterranean to the cozy pasta dishes and the divine sweetness of Sicilian pastries. Besides, Sicilian culture and hospitality make the island the best place in the world to fully relax. The festivals and celebrations punctuate the calendar, providing a view of the intricate pattern of Sicilian traditions, while the visitors are invited in the spirit of Sicilian life to take part in the joyous atmosphere. The Great Barrier Reef. The islands of the Great Barrier Reef in Australia are the best illustration of the splendid role nature plays in keeping freshness indiscernible to mankind so far. The islands and the blue sea intertwine together to create a continuous belt resembling a sequin, which holds the hidden mysteries of the celestial bodies. Every location has its own kind of beauty that will leave you mesmerized. Enjoy a kaleidoscope of colors ranging from the emerald rainforest of Dunk Island to the dazzling white beaches of Whitehaven Beach. Each corner of the Great Barrier is a discovery of wonder and peace. As you dive, the abyss's crystal clear blue exposes amazing coral colonies teeming with life, which is a source of magic. What appears to be unique is that the Great Barrier Reef is a place where you can observe the galaxy of color and shape of the underwater world with different marine species. These are islands where, while you are up and down, the surface is paradise for the inhabitants. Mangrove forests are green and are also home to many birds, as well as the laying grounds of turtles. Roaming through the trails dotted around the islands at times, you can even spot a sea eagle performing the most breathtaking flying acrobatics. The ambience revealed of the great ocean and the islands is not only a sensual luxury, but relaxation. Exclusive hotels give travelers a refuge, where they can go to a getaway, where the surf splashes are the soundtrack that links the ecstatic moments. In appearance, the Great Barrier Reef Islands are the equivalent of heaven on earth. It is where nature has shown its creativity in the art of combining land, sea, and sky into a harmonious celebration of beauty and power. It achieves this by emphasizing the peculiarity of this spot, thus leaving a spot in the mind of every traveler who visits here. Mauritius. Set like a jewel in the Indian Ocean, is a magnificent tropical island. Its immense natural beauty, enhanced by light and color shows, can only leave enthusiasts in awe. The soft whisper of waves can be clearly heard from the distance. The land inside the island has a breathtaking nature of green forests and winding green valleys that are a shelter for some unique plants and animals, found nowhere else but here on Earth. Amazingly, amid all this tropical abundance are varieties of exotic flowers and movements of rare birds. All this forms a beautiful diversity of both beauty and life. The real beauty about Mauritius perhaps forms under the water, where the surrounding coral reefs bloom with the most profuse colors of life. Divers are enthralled with an array of colors from below the surface, where they encounter vibrant sea turtles and seemingly weightless coral formations while exploring a breathtaking aquatic sanctuary. In Mauritius, there's a mixture of cultures where the African, European, and Asian influences converge and create a varied taste of this country's traditions. Tourists will be spoiled for choices with delicacies, as the aromas of curries made with local grown spices will be available, while fish caught fresh, served with a Creole flavor, will also be available. It goes far beyond the island's natural beauties. Whether you're floating on a quiet beach, exploring incredible jungles, or taking in a quiet, romantic sunset over the sea, Mauritius is waiting for you with a slice of paradise that you won't find very often. Phuket. This island takes shape from underneath the waters of the Andaman Sea, resembling a diffusing light, and gives rise to enthusiasts who cannot resist such beauty, as it fills their souls afterward. This island paradise extends a truly beautiful coastline that has pristine beaches where golden sand has awoken. The splendor of Phuket starts to reveal itself somewhere far away from its beautiful beaches. The vivid green rainforests and unique fauna in these photos make them come to life. Alongside the rainforests, towering limestone cliffs overseeing the ocean further embellish the natural beauty of Phuket. Walking inside the island, you will find a waterfall and the green side of the hills with the houses of the traditional line, which gives you a way to see the rich culture of the island. Lying beneath the surface becomes the underground of Phuket. Snorkels are offered, a water wonderland where they encounter their underwater neighbors who casually swim by. Phuket is turned into a haven for outdoor enthusiasts as well, offering entertaining activities to suit all interests. Whether you choose a zipline to the jungle canopy, the island definitely gives you a chance to dig up the excitement you are looking for and lets you enjoy the beautiful scenery. Capri. Surrounded by the sparkling azure color waters of the Tyrrhenian Sea, the genuinely inspiring island of Capri portrays one of the most beautiful beach paradises. The island of Capri is like the pearl of the Mediterranean that it carries in itself, hidden among the azure tones. As a pearl merged into the Tyrrhenian Sea, Capri, Italy, reveals the real beauty in the concept of a paradise island. Crowned by the azure Tyrrhenian Sea and curled into the shape of the exquisite Mediterranean island paradise it is, Capri, Italy. Huddled on the top of the azure water of the Tyrrhenian Sea, the island of Capri in Italy is a quintessential representation of the ideal escape. Capri, with the vivid azure waters of the Tyrrhenian Sea all around it, is without a doubt a true embodiment of a sea-lovely paradise. The natural beauty of its shoreline is proof of the skill of nature, with deep ocean holes and bays full of white sand. The island's countryside is a diamond in the rough, where you get a stunning blend of the fresh green meadows of the lemon groves with the largest rock formations. Strolling the beautiful streets of Capri, I felt myself drawn to the sparkling sea under a rainbow of colors. They are the specific and unique Capri's mountains that make the mind to be enchanted. Together with the Blue Grotto, where the sunlight penetrates an underwater cave to the very bottom and lights up the sea, fantastic blue hue, and the ruins of Villa Jovis, the last residence of the Roman Emperor Tiberius, the place catches one's fancy with its numerous myths. Fiji. Situated in the middle of the blue ocean in the South Pacific, embraces the notion of a beautiful island paradise. Fiji is replete with its palms-fronted beaches, and well-manicured tropical soothes the senses and invites tourists to explore the scenic views. The charm of Fiji can be found in the amazing diversity of its natural environments. For example, Viti Levu beaches are paradise-like, while Te Vuni, and Kadavu have intact rainforests. Each island has its own individual characteristics, either the coral reefs of Yaswa Islands that are filled with color, or the ruggedness of Laos Group. The Fiji world underwater is a colorful and full of life paradise hidden beneath crystal clear waters. Snorkeling and diving are the best ways to witness the marine treasures, ranging from coral gardens filled with so many fish to encounters with peaceful giants like the manta rays and reef sharks. Fiji is much more than just a vacation destination for swimming enthusiasts. The islands are suffused with the rays of cultural heritage and breathe in the warm atmosphere, which is everywhere palpable. Visitors can experience the beautiful Fijian hospitality at a real traditional village, where they may participate in a kava party. Fiji, in its essence, represents more than merely a destination. It is a dream come true and a piece of paradise. Whether it's you hiking to discover the wonders of nature, engaging in the fabulous culture, or just spending a lazy afternoon with the friendly people of the country, Fiji offers an opportunity to experience a world full of beauty and wonder. Bali. Surrounded by the unending splendor of nature, it is a little heaven that welcomes visitors from all over the world. Nestled amid the blue seas of the Indian Ocean, Bali captivates tourists with its breathtaking scenery. The shoreline of the island is a breathtaking array of diversity with extra solid cliffs and beaches of white powdered sand. From the great breaks of Uluwatu to the quiet beaches of Nusa Dua, we have a wide selection of seaside places for all travelers. Just inland, Bali's green terraces stretch down the hills as if they were emerald steps, signifying the island's architectural origins. When you venture into the countryside, you may come across dense forests, thundering fallbacks, and hidden templates amidst the greenery. The most alluring aspect might be its rich cultural fabric, where Hindu traditions showcase themselves so perfectly with the Balinese culture that in this balance of rituals, ceremonies, and artistic creation, a unique and vibrant tapestry is created. Colorful and vibrant offerings decorate temples and shrines. Bali is not just an island, rather it's a way of life, a place where you can find beauty and culture coming together to create an experience that continues to stay in your mind many times after. It is a place that makes visitors ready to conquer its mysteries, discover its names, and bow their heads with open souls and minds. Palawan stands out as a unique magnificence amid all the most beautiful islands in the universe, engrossing visitors with the breathtaking sceneries. Palawan, the furthest province of the Philippines on the west, is conspicuously known as the landscape that has powdery white beaches, emerald waters, and limestone cliffs plunging into the sea. The island's crown jewel, El Nido, is a paradise that conceals lagoons, a mysterious beach, and a colorful coral reef where you can snorkel and dive. Nevertheless, the Bacuit archipelago attracts visitors with its spectacular karst formations and secluded inlets, which add to the mystery and excitement of the place. One of the best live-abroad destinations in the Philippines, a little further south, is Coron, an island that is loaded with some of the world's finest wreck diving sites. On the inland, Palawan's interior is a dream destination for adventurers who can enjoy the profound, breathtaking natural sights, such as the dense forests and waterfalls. Traversing the verdant forests, travelers might find themselves in contact with rare animal species, such as the Palawan bearcat and the Palawan peacock pheasant, as well as the neighboring indigenous communities who still live the way their forefathers did for nearly a millennium. One can either relax on the peaceful beach of the island enjoying fresh seafood, which local fishermen bring here, or explore its rich culture. Whatever it is that you choose, you can be sure that these are the memories that will never leave you after the journey is completed. All in all, Palawan does not just mean an island. It's the sanctuary for an exhausted soul, the place where the natural wonders and people's kindness combine to form a totally unique paradise. Seychelles. Situated amid the Indian Ocean's beautiful seas are jewels that bring out the very definition of an ideal tropical island. Their sandy beaches and the granite rocks stand out in the sea, creating a fairy tale scenery of unrivaled natural beauty. Frigate Island in the Seychelles is one of the most unrivaled jewels of the archipelago. Like a fairy tale, its beaches are isolated, and its interior is covered with wild vegetation where giant tortoises live in harmony with unique bird species flying around the canopy. On the other hand, hold your heart, you will discover La Digue with its eternal appeal. The ox-drawn carts entangling in the fringes, and Anse d'Argent having the beauty framed with granite rocks and swaying palms. The underwater treasure of Seychelles includes vibrant coral gardens to large manta rays and whale sharks. Snorkeling and diving give you a chance to meet with turtles swimming smoothly through big blue and shoals of fish playing with the light-like living sparkles. Seychelles is not only a destination boasting its pristine nature, but it also has a rich cultural diversity where the African, European, and Asian elements contribute to vibrant music, dance, and food. Visitors can enjoy the succulent Creole cuisine, flavored to perfection with exotic spices, or dance the night away to the beat of the Segou music under the bright stars. Bora Bora. The island of Bora Bora, French Polynesia, which is located in the center of the South Pacific, defines a stunning tropical paradise. Its majestic outline of Mount Otemanu and the lagoon sparkling like aquamarine waters allure travelers worldwide. The shoreline with its white sandy beaches lined with coconut trees swaying and the reefs with colorful seafaring creatures portray beautifully the tropics. For divers, the underwater realm is a true wonder, a place where colorful fish swim and graceful manta rays swim in crystal blue waters. And yet Bora Bora's most charmed aspect has to be the overwater bungalows on the lagoon, seeming to be suspended high above the water as castle-like structures. They boast exclusive views of the outside world, awakening guests to the sight of the sun rising over the sea and letting them fall asleep to the sound of waves and flow at the foot of their steps. A trip to the island's center will take you through gushing rainforests, hidden waterfalls, and amazing sights that reach the horizon. There are hiking trails that lead to hidden vantage points from which travelers can take in the beauty of Bora Bora's untouched nature, and the cultural experiences give you first-hand knowledge of the Tahitian culture as well. And there you have it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Ever been to any of these beautiful islands? If you enjoyed this video, show us some love by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more awesome content in the future. See you in the next video.